going on, you guys? Like I said, I'm making a video right now for the comedian Ivory Spears and a couple other people that talked about living color and everything like that. Now, I was watching Club Shay Shay, and I think there was a comedian by the name of I think his name was Raynell or whatever. I'm not too big on the guy, but he pretty much brought it to my attention. He was talking about living. He used to watch Living Color when he was a kid. Yeah, you can tell that me and him in the same age bracket. He said, Living Color used to be, thing is what a Living Color, came out, and the reason why Super Bowl the halftime of the Super Bowl so popular because Living Color did the halftime show and this and that or whatever. And I remember that. I remember it. I remember when they did the halftime show and stuff back in the early 90s. And I remember Ivory Spears was on Vlad television. And it was one of his interviews. He said, man, one of the guys that we be hanging out with, used to be hanging out with Eddie Murphy and everything. He's the king and the king of this and that. Well, but it's like Eddie Murphy got all this influence or whatever. Why don't he put motherfuckers on and get motherfuckers to eat? I don't think you get is you funny, man. That's fucked up. I don't want to be court jester to Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy need to black people need to come together and. I'm gonna ask you a question, Mr. Ivory Spears. I'm gonna ask you a question. You 10 years older than me, and I know you remember this shit. Okay? It's not a knock. I got love for you, bro. It's not a knock to you. I got love for you, but I'm gonna give you a history lesson. You remember when Sammy Davis Jr., Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis, they used to be called the Brat Pack. They used to be called the Rat Pack back in the the 60s and 70s. They was the Rat Pack. And every time one made a movie, they was in it. Their friends was in it. So, remember I just said the 60s and 70s. Everybody had the Brat Pack. They did their shit. Then you had the 80s. The Black Pack was Eddie Murphy, was Robert Townsend, was Keenan Wayans. And remember, Keenan Wayans, Robert Townsend, and Eddie Murphy was like this at one time. So they used to go to Paramount. And also part of the Black Pack was Arsenio Hall. He used to be part of their group too. They used to be a little tight little unit. Now, it started with Eddie, because Eddie Murphy was a standout in Saturday Night Live, and, they did movies like Trading Places and stuff like that. But it really came together when he did Eddie Murphy Raw, back in 1987. Look at the credits. You got Robert Townsend, you got Keenan Wayans, co-writers. And remember, he been hanging out with them before then. When he did Delirious. Delirious came out in 1983. He did Delirious with them. So, remember, even Eddie Murphy let Keenan Wayans borrow his red suit. That's where the Frenchie character came out in Living Color. Because he used to have that red suit. And even though that he was too big for it, he tore the suit up. Eddie Murphy had two different red suits. One with crimson. I think his pants were crimson and his shirt was fire engine. One or two. You know what I'm saying? He was in a hurry. He was going to the mall. He was like, damn, I need something red. So he looked at two leather. He looked at a leather shirt and a leather pair of pants, and he just got them. And you know what I'm saying? And the clerk said one is crimson, the other one fire engine, red. There are two different type of reds. He was like, man, fuck this shit. You know, so the way they look together, nobody won't know. So he did that. So it was a success. Then next thing you know, in between that time, you know what I'm saying, Keenan Wayans and Robert Townsend. Sorry, I don't know Robert Townsend, you know, in my mind, but I said, you know what I'm saying, wrong Robert Townsend. Robert Townsend ended up doing, Hollywood Shuffle, Partners in Crime. Partners in Crime was Keenan Wayans and Robert Townsend. They had two separate deals. So it was like, even though that Eddie Murphy kind of went on and did his own thing, Robert Townsend and Keenan Wayans still hanging. So they did like 1987 to 88. It was called Partners in Crime. Partners in Crime was an HBO comedy special that it was like their version of Saturday Night Live, but on HBO. They can cuss, they can say whatever. So it was the same people that came from Partners in Crime. The same people who came from Partners in Crime was on Living Color. You know what I'm saying? Like Tommy Davidson, Jim Carrey, you know what I'm saying, David Allen Greer, all those guys. So when Partners in Crime was I think he was on the air for like 2 to 3 years, and then they broke off, and then that's when Keenan Wayans landed a Fox deal, you know, a 2 or 3 year Fox deal with Living Color. Living Color was nothing but a spinoff of Robert Townsend Partners in Crime. So when he did that, and him and H, remember I told you, him and everybody kind of broke off and did their own thing at that time. So it's like, I'm not gonna sit there and say they had different disagreements or whatever like that. They just wanted to part ways and do something else. You know, between Robert Townsend, Eddie Murphy, and Keenan Wayans, they just want to do something else. And Keenan Wayans already said that, hey, I want to do something with my family. You know, my family, don't need a shot, and I know it's up to me to break the mold on Hollywood for my family to come in and get a shot. And that's when Damon Wayans got fired from SNL, and he went straight to Living Color. Because he did not like how SNL treated him, so he just went straight to Living Color. So when Living Color came out, they did 4 to 5 years. So all those guys became successful, but it just the fact that it was a black pack. They just want to do their own thing. Now it's to a point that that's why you starting to see everybody else starting to follow the blueprint of the Rat Pack and the Brat Pack and the Black Pack. Everybody following the blueprint, like Adam Sandler and Rob Schneider. You know, that's what they created Happy Madison Production, because all their friends on the same movie. You know, it's one of those things that they stayed together because they had a common enemy, and that was how the higher-ups on SNL treated them. That's just how they did it. But that's the answer. That's just to answer a lot of people's questions on what happened to the Black Pack. You know, why Eddie Murphy ain't teaming up with nobody? Why? They already did. They did this shit back in the 80s. It's just like any band. It's like any group. They're gonna split up eventually. So that's what happened. And I put it like this: the reason why a lot of comedians and a lot of actors not sticking together is because everybody is going out of the same thing, and it's one of those things that, they're so individual minded to the point it's like, hey, well, I can't reach this goal unless you out the way. That is how motherfuckers do it. They so competitive, they so competition. That's one reason why a lot of us can't stick together. That's the answer every experience question. Like I said, if you want to talk, I can play some more videos for him. Like I said, it's your boy Tommy. I'm getting off.